Sit on the knees. If you have chronic pain in the knees, use pads for ease. Place the head and hands on the floor, the top of the head on the floor. This lesson demands the neck to be twisted. So, twist the neck very small amount and gently. Take very good care of the neck and yourself. Whenever you feel discomfort at any moment in the lesson, stop and walk around and come back if you think you got better. If not, forget the lesson. Both hands are on the floor near the head. Now, gently and slowly move the shoulders left and right a few times. Which way do the shoulders go easily, left or right? In addition to the shoulders, move the thoracic cage with the shoulders. The ribs move along with the shoulders. Rest whenever you want. Do you feel the neck is more mobile? Do you feel the neck with ease? Now, move the thoracic cage in the opposite direction of the shoulders. When the shoulders go to the right, move the ribs to the left. Like this, do it many times. We are differentiating the shoulders from the ribs. Rest in any position you like. Come back to the same position, hands and the top of the head on the floor. Once again, move the shoulders and the ribs together to right and left a few times. Now move the pelvis left and right with the rest of the body. The shoulders and the thoracic cage and the pelvis go together. Now, move the pelvis in the opposite direction of the rest of the body. That means to move the shoulders and the ribs together and the pelvis goes in the opposite direction. When the shoulders and the ribs go to the left, the pelvis goes to the right. When the shoulders and the ribs go to the right, the pelvis goes to the left. Do this a few times. Rest whenever you want. Rest in any position you like. Come back to the same position, hands and the top of the head on the floor. A few times move it like this. The shoulders and the ribs and the pelvis go together left and right. Now, this is a bit complicated. Move the shoulders and the pelvis go together and the ribs go in the opposite direction. When the shoulders and the pelvis go to the left, the ribs go to the right. And when the shoulders and the pelvis go to the right, the ribs go to the left. Like this, differentiate the ribs from the rest of the body. I know it feels difficult in the beginning. You might as well slow down a bit until you feel it easy. Do this many times. Rest whenever you want. Pay attention to the neck. Do not force the movement without the ease of the neck. The neck should stay easy, comfortable. Rest in any position you like. Come back to the same position. On the knees, place hands and the top of the head on the floor. Now, slowly start moving the shoulders to the right, and immediately move the ribs to the right to follow the shoulders and immediately move the pelvis to the right to follow the ribs. When the shoulder reaches the right end, move them to the left. When the ribs reach the right end, move them to the left. When the pelvis reaches the right end, move it to the left. So the three areas move in the same direction following one another. Do not move them as one unit. Move them left and right like a snake. Do this many times slowly. Pay attention to the neck. Feel the neck moves as if it follows these three parts of the body. Actually, the neck is pulled in a slightly different direction depending on the movement of these three body parts. Rest whenever you want. Leave it and take a rest on the back. Come back to the same position, hands and the top of the head on the floor. Stand the toes of the feet, like running. In this position, try to roll the head forward and backward. Roll the head until the top of the head, instead of the forehead, touches the floor. Take the head back to the center and roll the head left and right. Now, gently draw a circle with the head. The nose stays pointing backward. Take as many rests as you want. The nose does not roll left and right. It is a strange movement. The head stays vertical. If the head stays vertical and the circle becomes bigger, the rest of the body needs to move. Pay attention to the head. Pay attention to the neck. Pay attention to the shoulders. Pay attention to the ribs, or thoracic cage. Pay attention to the pelvis. Change the direction of the circle. Take as many rests as you want. Does the change of the direction make it difficult, not smooth? Pay attention to the head. Pay attention to the neck. Pay attention to the shoulders. Pay attention to the ribs. Pay attention to the pelvis. Change the direction of the circle and gradually start to make it larger. Change it so that once this way, and once that way. Leave it alone and rest. Come back to the same position, hands and the top of the head on the floor. Stand the toes of the feet, like running. Lift the knees from the floor. Walk forward closer to the hands and stay there. Start drawing circle with the top of the head. Do it gently, slowly. Change the direction, once this way, once that way. Leave it alone and rest on the back. Come to standing and walk around for a while. Pay attention to the head, pay attention to the neck, pay attention to the shoulders, pay attention to the ribs, or thoracic cage, pay attention to the pelvis, pay attention to the whole body. If you feel wonderful,